Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life and welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, January 24th, 2021. I hope everyone is having an awesome Sunday and a great start to the new week. So here we are with a new video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the astrological events for February 2021 so we can get a head start on this second month of 2021 and we're going to see where your energies are going to lie. Now, these predictions are going to be based on your rising sign, but you can also listen for your sun sign and your moon sign to get a complete whole picture of how the month of February is going to pan out for you. But first of all, we're going to talk about just some basic astrological events that'll be coming up, and then we'll dive into the individual rising signs. So straight out of the gate, February 1st, we have Venus going into the sign of Aquarius. On the 11th, we have our new moon in Aquarius. That's going to culminate at approximately 2:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 18th, the sun will leave Aquarius and go over into the sign of Pisces. And on the 25th, Venus will leave Aquarius and go into the sign of Pisces also. On the 27th, we have a full moon in Virgo, which will culminate at 3:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mercury will go out of retrograde on February the 20th, but keep in mind, it still will be in its shadow period for at least 2 to 3 weeks, so we still will have a little bit of that residual from that Mercury retrograde. Now, as far as what the aspects are going to be for your rising signs, here they are. Aries rising. This energy for the month of February will be focusing on your 11th house events. 11th house is the house of our friends. It's the house of our social groupings. It's also the house of our long-term goals, wishes, dreams, and things of that nature. Also in the 11th house, we have technology is in this house. So Aries, things with regards to the social groups that you're a part of will be a spotlight for you. Your friendships, your interactions with your friends may be increased at this time, or you may be making some new friends also. And your long-term goals, wishes, and dreams will come into the forefront of your attention. Maybe you'll be thinking about are these long-term goals and wishes that you have for yourself, are they still resonating with who you are as a person now? And maybe you need to adjust them or look at something different, or maybe you want to add a long-term goal for yourself, but it will definitely be centered around events within the 11th house. Taurus rising, this energy is going to be in your 10th house. Now, the 10th house is the house of career. It's the house of our titles that we wear. It's also the house of our reputation, our public image. Authority figures are in this house. Now, this definitely is going to put a spotlight on your career. So whatever's going on with your career, if you're trying to move up in your career, if you're trying to change careers, this is an awesome time to use for you to start looking at that. You will start to feel a lot of energy around your career. Now, some people say, well, I don't have a career, I'm retired. How this manifests for you is, this is the titles that we wear in public. This is our public image and what we're known for. So some of you may be thinking about taking a public office, maybe some type of political or government affiliation. And if it's not something to that degree, maybe it's something simple as taking a more authority figure in a group that you're a part of. Maybe, for example, you decide that you want to be the president of your homeowners association. So you start to lobby for that particular position. Now, this can also play out with regards to the titles that we wear. Now, I consider the 10th house actually a little bit of a relationship house. So this could manifest in its way if you were a single person and then now you got married. So your title has changed from single person to married person, from Ms. to Mrs., from single guy to husband. So think about it in that aspect of what your title is and how it may potentially change. Gemini rising. This energy is going to be in your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of international affairs. So this is the house of foreigners, international business, international travel, higher education, religion, legal things are in this house, and our big world view of, the world and life. So this may manifest for some Gemini risings as number one, deciding to go back to school. Maybe if you're in school, changing your major, because this is higher education, so this is college. This also could manifest itself in simply going on an international trip. And if you are not going on a trip, possibly planning for an international trip in the near future. Now, if it's not manifesting in higher education or travel, maybe there's going to be more energy around international connection with foreigners, people of a different country, people of a different culture, or people that are just different from the normal circle of people that you surround yourself with. Now, if you have legal issues going on, this could put a spotlight on those particular legal issues for you, and by way of hearing about how a legal proceeding is going, maybe getting a judgment on that. And then also this does point to religion. So maybe some energy, or you pick up or you decide to study other cultures, other spiritual faiths, other religions, things of that nature. Now, Cancer rising, this is going to be in your 8th house. Now, the 8th house is the house of business. It is the house of shared resources, shared finances, things that we share with another person or another entity. So this can include inheritances, taxes are in this house, sex and intimacy are in this house. So you, first and foremost, may be having your attention turned to any type of joint finances, joint resources, business that you go into with another person may need your attention. This could also be, some of you may be receiving an inheritance from someone. Definitely stay on top of your taxes. Since we are entering into tax season, please stay on top of the taxes. Intimacy is this in this house also. And when we say intimacy, this is definitely different from sex. Intimacy and sex are two different things. So this is maybe discovering that you want a more intimate connection within your relationships, things of that nature. Talking to your partner about the intimacy levels in your relationship. And then sex is in this relationship. So this is definitely something, the joining of two people. But energy around that, making sure that your shared resources, your shared finances, that you're paying attention to that. Leo rising, this energy is going to be in your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of partnerships, marriage, one-on-one relationships. Open enemies are in this house, and also legal matters are in this house. So this is definitely going to be putting a spotlight on how you do relationships. So if you are in a relationship, this may manifest in the way that you start to look at how your current relationship is going. Is it on the right track? Are you guys progressing in the manner that you want to move? Or if you're in a relationship and it's not going well, this would be an excellent time for you to address any issues or long-standing issues that you guys have been avoiding. This would be an excellent time for you to address that. If not, the universe will address it for you and create something where you have to address that. Now, if you are single, this will be a time that you actually could meet someone. At best, putting yourself out there to be discovered. At best, you may be just thinking about where you want to go as far as your relationships. Do you want to be in a relationship? What are you looking for in a relationship? Now that's on the romantic side, but this energy, this same thing could actually manifest itself in a business partnership. So don't always think it's just romantic. These are the one-on-one partnerships that we go in consciously with another person. So this actually could work just as well for a business partnership. And if this is a legal proceeding, which I consider illegal proceedings and open enemies, because these are the people that that don't like you, maybe we can find a middle ground at this time in February to smooth out those tense relationships that we have in our life. Virgo rising, this is going to be in your 6th house. The sixth house is the house of health and fitness. Our day-to-day activities, our work routines are in this house. Small animals, our food that we consume are in this house, and how we're of service to others. So this could manifest itself in definitely your work life is going to get really, really busy or be subject to changes in your work life. Your routine is going to be subject to change. So a lot of energy around just changes in the work life, changes in your job. Some of you may be getting a new job. Some of you may be switching jobs, or maybe there are some just major changes at your job and how you do your job every day. Just remember to be flexible, because your day-to-day routine is going to go through some changes, whether they're changes that you make or just kind of changes that come on and you have no control over, and you just kind of have to be flexible and roll with the punches. Now, this could also be an energy of, if you have small pets, paying more attention to them. This also could manifest itself in you deciding to get a small pet. Maybe you need a little company. And this also could be with regards to your health and fitness. Changing your diet, possibly. Changing the foods that we're consuming, being more mindful of what you're eating, and then maybe implementing some exercise into your daily routine, or changing your exercise routine. So that's going to be good for you, Virgo Rising. Libra Rising. This is going to be in your fifth house, one of my favorite houses of the zodiac, because this is the house of joy, fun, children, procreation. Physical activities are in this house. Gambling, the stock market is in this house. So this is definitely an energy of more activity, possibly with your children or children around you. This will be a good time if you're thinking about having a baby, maybe figuring out, is this the right time to have a baby? Maybe some of you will find out that you're pregnant at this time. Or if you have been having trouble with conceiving, this would be a good time to possibly seek out professionals that help you with maybe alternative options to becoming a parent. This is also a time that just having fun this month, just focusing on that childlike energy that is within you during this time. Now, if you have any creative projects that you want to start, being that this is Mercury retrograde, if you've had any creative projects in the past that didn't get off the ground, this would be an excellent time for you to go back over, reach back and see where is there a creative project that kind of did not get off the ground, but you want to breathe new life into it. This would be an excellent time for that. Also, if you want to buy a lottery ticket or something, you may be lucky. And dabbling in the stock market would not be a bad idea for you, Libra Rising. Scorpio Rising. This is going to be in your fourth house. The fourth house is the house of home. It's the house of our family. It is the house of the family that we come from, the one that we create for ourselves. Our parents are in this house. Real estate. Our homes are in this house. So this is definitely going to be an energy that is geared around your home. So this would be an excellent time if you wanted to start to put together home improvement projects. Now, keep in mind, we are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, which you're primarily not supposed to start anything new. So this is why I'm saying the planning phases for this, not necessarily implementing anything new, but the planning. Now, if there was some home improvement projects that you started before and you didn't complete, this is excellent energy for you to go back in there and do that. Now, by way of your family dynamic, this may bring up past family issues, things within the family that need to be finally put to rest. This is a good time for you to address that with your family. Scorpio Risings, I feel like the last few months, I may have mentioned this to you. Pay attention to your mother. If your mother is not with you anymore, this is a lot of feminine energy. So this could be your mother, your grandmother, your aunts, your sisters, but the women around you. Pay attention to them. Now, I'm not saying that it's like, something for you to be fearful of. I just want you to make sure that you're paying attention to them. They may need you for a little bit more support, need to see you, need to connect with you, but just pay attention to the women in your family. And this will also be a good time if you guys want to buy a house, you're thinking about moving, start the process of planning and doing your research. This will be excellent for that, Scorpio rising. Sagittarius rising. Now, this energy is going to be in your third house. The third house is the house of communication. It's how we think. It's how we get our voice out, how we communicate, how we process information. This is also the house of our siblings, our cousins, our neighbors, our immediate area around us. This is also the house of contracts and short trips. Short distance travel is in this house. So this will be an excellent energy if you are or have been thinking about launching anything communication related. YouTube, podcast, social media campaigns, signing a contract. This would be excellent energy for you to start paying attention to those types of things. This also will increase the energy that you have between your siblings. So maybe you guys have not had the best relationship, or maybe you just simply haven't connected with your siblings and your cousins in a great deal of time. So this is a time for you to look back and start to make a connection with them. And this is also with your neighbors. You may be getting new neighbors, somebody moving in, somebody moving out, but maybe some changes to your surrounding area is definitely in this house. Capricorn rising. This is going to be in your second house. Your second house is the house of earned income. It's how we make our money. And it's the value that we place on things. It is our material possessions are in this house. So with Capricorn rising, this is definitely could bring a change or at least some attention to your job, how you make money. This could be a thing where you lose or you gain a stream of income with regards to your money. Your possessions, your material possessions are in there. So a lot of energy around that. Maybe you guys are planning to purchase something of value or something that you want to purchase that gains in value the longer that you have it. So definitely your money will be a focus for you, Capricorn rising. Aquarius rising, this is going to be in your first house. So this is all about you. The spotlight is on you. So the first house is the house of self-expression, our identity, how we look, our approach to life. So I feel like my Aquarius risings, y'all may be going through a self-improvement process or a changing of your style. Maybe it's the style of dress, maybe it's your hairstyle, but just something about you is fresh and new, and you want to show your new face to the world. So if that means maybe you guys decide to, you want to go on a fitness program, or you want to launch this new and improved Aquarius Rising project, this will be an excellent time for you to do that. And finally, Pisces Rising. This energy is going to be in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of, it's the house of the hidden things. It is the house of our healing, our traumas, our secrets, mental institutions, hospitals, prisons are in this house. So this will be an energy of, I would say, Pisces rising, if you are ready to take the step to do the internal work, this will be an excellent time for you to start that process. If this just means looking for a therapist, looking for a counselor, this will be an excellent time for you to start digging deep and getting inside yourself and starting that healing that you may need. Now, some of you may say, I don't have anything to heal from. That's fine. This may be an energy of just maintenance, a check-in to make sure that your mind, your body, and your spirit are all aligned. Now, this may also be energy around someone in a hospital or confinement situation that you may hear from, or you may have to see someone in a hospital, prison, or something to that nature. could be this energy. This is also the energy of addressing any addictions that we have. Maybe that's food, shopping, drugs, whatever, gambling, whatever it is, addressing those types of things. But it's definitely an energy of introspective and going inside. And so that, my friends, is how this February energy is going to pan out for your rising signs. I hope that I was able to articulate it as best that I can. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, please follow the link in my banner or email me at melaningoddesslife@yahoo.com, and I will leave the link down in the description box if you want to book a personal reading with me. If you need any manifestation tools, manifestation candles, metaphysical products, please visit my Etsy store at Melanin Goddess Life and shop there and see if there's anything that you're interested in. And as always, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.